Hello, my name is Ani Armakova, and here to talk about brands that people follow. Today, I suggest looking at the features of the series Squid Game that any business can and should use in marketing. Squid Game is a Korean series that became the most popular in Netflix's history in less than a month. It has been watched by over 100 million viewers. Hi, I'm not a film critic. I draw inspiration for branding from everywhere, including cinema. I have highlighted 5 techniques that will be useful for a business building a brand. What does the series Squid Game teach us? First, visuals matter.
애들 게임 규칙 단순해.
Deadly games, the genre in which the series is filmed, are usually quite dark. Let's recall the movie, The Hunger Games, and other similar films. But here, on the contrary, real life and the real world are quite dull. People have some problems, but in this bunker, where people end up to survive and compete, everything is quite bright and colorful, with some childlike elements, like swings. Such bold colors capture the viewer's attention and evoke emotions. Movies, like any other product in the entertainment industry, must primarily evoke emotions. We have probably relaxed a bit in the wake of the pandemic and gotten used to its horrors. And now we want to thrill our nerves again, which is why horror and drama of this kind are appealing to viewers once more. Unusual visuals are a hallmark of Koreans. If you look at Korean cosmetics, which are gaining popularity, some crazy colors, shapes, and packaging. Cute, funny, or just colorful. It could be some kind of gel shaped like aloe or a cream shaped like an apple. One was born in the Far East, and this Korean aesthetic is very close to me. Korean, Japanese culture, Hello Kitty, latte products, and Korean company. I grew up with all of this. The fact that a person from Asia is just a part of the culture for us, people of the West, is something incredible. It immediately sparks interest and attracts attention. The second point, the series and Squid Game have a clear design code. This means it's not just some vibrant image, but distinct elements. Or in branding terms, this is visual identity. The visual identity of a brand firstly. These are the signature colors. Often we see a combination of green and pink. This is the uniform of those in the bunker and the guards. There is a signature geometry. Here are the circle, triangle, and square. The umbrella and the star. These are all those crooked childlike elements that appear either on the cookie or on the walls. Another style-forming element is childhood attributes, swings, slides. Some drawings, animal masks. The series has its own character, a killer doll in a little dress, with a specific hairstyle, which is easy to remember. And then there are the costumes with masks. The theme of masks is certainly in the spirit of the times, but the script was written long before the pandemic. The guys just got lucky that this whole story resonates with us viewers, with the face masks and the strict regime where there is no freedom, where someone is watching us and controlling our movements. There are also references to attributes of other famous movies. For example, the red-blue card is just like The Matrix and the red-blue pill. There are certain elements that shape the visual identity, and they are very important both when we create a brand and when a film is created. Remember, for example, the throne in Game of Thrones. How recognizable is that element? So, I haven't watched this series, but if you show me a picture with Elventrin, I'll understand what it's about. All these elements help to spread information about the project in a branded way. It creates such a memorable image that you won't confuse it with anything else. It is precisely because of this set of attributes and signature elements that the project can easily replicate itself. It appears in some memes on the internet. A branded sword appears, And even if you've never watched the series, these images are shown to you at every corner, making you curious. You'll go online, search for it, and find out what it is. Maybe, in the end, you'll watch the series. The style of the series, Squid Game, has already been adopted by various brands. For example, the football club Spartak has styled its posters accordingly. For the promotion of the series, in the very center of Seoul, a large killer doll was installed at one of the subway stations. There was also a large jar with the prize money. Staff in red jumpsuits are working at the booth, and the metro steps have been painted in bright colors with inscriptions. Metro visitors can play interactive games at their premises. Those who mention the company Netflix and the official account of the series on their social media can also receive a reward. They also sell branded merchandise there. As someone who has worked in the animation business, I know that every series has a brand book that includes examples of how to brand merchandise and all the signature techniques. And the more of them there are, the more visual elements there are, the easier it is to produce some kind of product under the brand. Animated and film projects are not only from box office sales, but also from merchandise. A third point, the series is filmed like a good television show. The games in which the participants compete are quite traditional for Korean children. But how are they designed? Bright decorations, the stage, neon, the quality of filming, the musical arrangement, everything is well thought out. Everything is done like a good show that you need to watch with popcorn. As far as I know, Netflix even sent a special guide to the filming crew on how to shoot this project so that it would be easy to watch on mobile screens. In other words, the company knows, the audience knows, how people prefer to watch content and adapt production to meet people's needs. But it's not only in movies and business that you need to treat your product as a performance. When you enter a restaurant or a store, a business should not only focus on meeting the needs of its customers and stimulating demand, but it should also create emotions and apply experiential marketing. The more we surprise, the more we turn an ordinary connection with a client into a show, the more they are drawn to our brand and are not willing to switch to someone cheaper. The fourth aspect that contributed to the project's popularity is the ability to hit a sore spot. If the series Squid Game had been released before the pandemic, it might not have caused such a sensation. But now, when many people are in a difficult financial situation, many have lost their jobs, these thoughts about money, about how to get it, are really on many people's minds. And then comes a project like this, which tells the story of people who are drowning in debt and are willing to participate in a survival game, just to win a huge cash prize. In marketing terms, the brand managed to reach its audience. And the fifth point I would highlight is the competitive spirit. If you pay attention, there are a lot of various battles, comedians, talent shows, contests, and competitions nowadays. This kind of content is very popular. Recently, I conducted a study for my client. We analyzed the deep motivations of the audience of users of various investor services. And it turned out that for many people, investments are not just a necessity to save for retirement or to have some reserves. For those investors who engage in such in-depth analysis of what they do, it is partly a competition with themselves. They like to outperform themselves, their past performance metrics, or those of other investors. In other words, for them, investments are a replacement for the computer games they were passionate about in their youth, and now it is a field for competition. The criteria for the success of the series, Squid Game, are actually, of course, much more numerous. I have highlighted only a few that I believe can be applied. Very often, entrepreneurs have tunnel vision, meaning they don't see anything beyond their own market. In reality, you need to think outside the box and look much broader than the segment you are working in. By taking some ideas from related fields and experimenting with techniques from various markets, you can look at your business with a fresh perspective and build a brand that stands out significantly from others in the market. And I'll let you in on a little secret. You don't have to watch series for this. I don't watch series And I haven't watched Squid Game either. A few reviews from film critics were enough for me to understand what techniques were used and how they can help entrepreneurs. I hope you found it interesting. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do at the end. Thank you, everyone.